Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kay and today's video is my haul video. I use air quotes because I don't have as much in this basket as I normally do, which might seem like it's good, but some of these are a bit pricey. But I'm going to go through everything that I've got in here and talk to you about why I bought it, if I like it, if I've even used it yet. If I haven't, then obviously I'll update you at a later date. But yeah, I got a little basket of goodies. I was talking to my mum last week about all the things that I wanted to buy, all the things that I was interested in, and I distinctly remember saying to her that I probably wouldn't buy everything because, you know, it's a lot of money, and then subsequently went and bought everything that we talked about, including these. So these are from the Marc holiday collection, starring you, I think it's called. There's quite a few items in there, but these were the only things that I was really that interested in. The single shadows in the little pots, I'll put a picture in somewhere. Those looked quite interesting, but it's not something that I will use quite regularly. It will get shoved in a drawer and forgotten about. The lipsticks as well, I wasn't really that interested in. They were all a bit glittery, metallic. They looked cute with the packaging. Again, I'll pop a picture in to show you. But these things, these I wanted. So this one is the Star Dipped Face Compact in Light, and then this one is in the Medium Deep. So looking at this one, so we've got that. It's so pretty. I've not even swatched them yet, but look how pretty those are. So it's got the descriptions on the back. So we've got 2 extra dimension blushes at the top here, and then we've got 2 extra dimension skin finishes at the bottom here. So we've got Dipped in Stars and Sipping on Stars at the top. I'm not sure which one's which. And then we've got Show Gold and High Sequency. I'm guessing that's Show Gold and that's High Sequency. So I'm guessing that will be Dipped in Stars and that will be Sipping on Stars. But so pretty. And this wasn't what I was actually going to get to start with. I was actually going to get this one first. But when I saw these, I just thought, that's pretty, that's beautiful. And I knew that I would regret not getting it. So I did. So we'll just do a little bit of a swatch now. So we've got this one and this one. So that's those. So they're lovely and shiny. And we've got 1 and 2 on there. So that's those. Oh, they're pretty. And then we've got this one and this one. Oh, they just feel so soft. And that is what they look like. And then we've got, oh, should have put those a bit close together. So we've got 1 and 2, and that is, look at my face, there you go. So, oh, this one's pretty. Oh, I'm excited to try that. Oh, so yeah, so those colours, first impressions, literally the first time I swatched them, really quite happy with those. That pinky colour looks really nice, and I'm quite excited to have a play with this, so that's good. Just put those back out of the way. And then we've got, and then we've got this one. So this is the medium deep one, as I said, and we've got we've got one extra dimension bronzing powder in Delphic, an extra dimension blush in Cloudy Copper, then we've got 2 extra dimension skin finishes in Snow Flushed and Oh Darling. These right here were the reason that I wanted this. So Oh Darling is a permanent colour in their extra dimension skin finishes, and I have seen it and I do think it looks pretty, but I've just never got around to getting it. But Snow Flushed, this right here is the reason I bought this palette, not gonna lie. I was interested in the bronzer as well. The blusher, I'm probably not going to use it as blusher. It obviously it's going to be too deep for me, but the Snow Flushed, so there's or there was rather a shade of eyeshadow that MAC released for Christmas about 2, maybe 3 Christmases ago, called Stylishly Merry, and then last year they had a highlighter in Snow Flushed. And there's a channel that I watch quite regularly called Beauty News, and they sort of swatched the two side by side, and they're basically the same. And I took one look at the colour and went, I want that, I have to have that. I attempted to order it, it sold out. It was on there, I ordered it, and literally a day or 2 later I got an email saying, really sorry, not sending you this because we don't actually have it in stock. And I was very sad. So I knew these were coming, I was keeping my eye out for them, and as soon as I saw that they were on sale, I was like, I have to have it, I have to have it. No one needs makeup, I'm well aware of that, but I wanted this so badly. And like you can see in the light, it's got a lovely pink and gold. It's this one here. It's got a lovely pink and gold shift to it, and I just think that's stunning. So let's give it a swatch. So we'll do the top 2 first. So we've got the bronzer and the blusher, and that's what they look like. So we've got those there. Oh, that bronzer looks like it might be a nice colour actually. I'd have to be a bit light with it, try not to be too heavy handed, and that blush is definitely going to be too dark for me, so that will get used as an eyeshadow. And then on to the reason that I actually bought it. So we've got 1 and 2 and oh, they're pretty. So we've got this is the Snow Flushed, and then this is the Oh Darling. Oh yeah. I mean, my lighting's not really set up for this. I'm sort of filming at night, so I've got a lot of lights going on. But oh, look at that shine. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, excited to play with those. Yep, first impressions, happy with both of those. Excited that I finally got Snow Flushed. I've only waited not quite a year. I didn't really find out about it until January. I was very out of the loop at the beginning of the year. But yeah, really happy and excited to try that. So that is those. I think I went sort of holiday purchases mad here, because the next thing I've got is, it's this. So we've got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Ghost Edit. Let's just open that up so that we're not flashing and blinding and everything else. So that is what she looks like inside. I saw the Christmas range from Hourglass last year, and I ummed and ahed about it, and I toyed with the idea and I changed my mind, and then by the time I decided that I actually wanted it, it was sold out. So I sort of made a promise to myself last year that this year I would definitely get it, and I still sort of ummed and ahed when it did finally come out. And I was talking to my mum about it last week, and it's kind of her fault I bought it. She was telling me I'd shown her what I was interested in, and she'd said she'd seen a couple of reviews, one in particular, and she was impressed, and even she wanted one. And I'm thinking, so that night I ordered it. So it's totally my choice, I get that, but I think if I hadn't have spoken to my mum that night and she hadn't have said what she'd said, I might not have purchased it. But in saying that, I'm really glad I did. I'm actually quite annoyed with myself because I was planning on using this today and I forgot. I totally forgot. I sort of put everything on and then picked up the basket and then went, oh, idiot. So again, I've literally only had it for a few days really. I haven't used it yet, but I just look at that. How pretty is that? So we've got a finishing powder in dim light, we've got a finishing powder in diffused light, we've got a strobe powder in iridescent strobe light, we've got a bronzer in eternal bronze light, we've got a strobe blush in iridescent rose, and we've got a blush in sublime flush. I'm trying to read that upside down. That almost didn't work at all. But yeah, so really pretty. Let's just do my first little swatch. We've got 1, 2 and 3 from the top. And that is what they look like. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do this whereby you'll see everything. 1, 2 and 3. So that is those. Now obviously they're quite light. They're the finishing powders and the highlighters. They look usable, which is good because this thing's not cheap. And then we've got these. So we've got the bronzer and the blushes, and that is what they look like. Yeah, my lighting's really not set up for things like this, sorry guys, but you can see some of it. 1, 2 and 3, and that is those. I'm not very good at swatching either, which doesn't help. But yeah, that bronzer looks like it's quite nice, and I'm quite excited to play with this blusher. This one looks like it might be a bit pink. I don't typically go for like full-on pink blushers, but I think if I'm light enough with it, because on camera it looks very, very pink, and it does look pink in person, but it's kind of like a baby pink, so I might get away with that. I already know the thing that's going to annoy me the most with this packaging is the fact that it's so shiny. I'm going to get fingerprints all over it, but it is pretty. I do like it. Excited to play with that, definitely, because it is something that I've had my eye on for a while. Glad I finally sort of took the plunge. So that's that. And to go with that, while I was at it, I bought the lip duo. So they were in a box, I've taken them out. So these are the Confessions Refillable Lip Duo. Again, it's the Ghost Edit. So we've got 2 shades in here. We've got, just check. So we've got I Cherish and You Inspire, which is that one. So the I Cherish one looks like that. very pretty nude colour, so we'll just a little bit of a swatch on there for you. That's that one. And then we've got You Inspire, and this one I have tried already. It's very pretty. It's a lovely, lovely deep colour. That is a stunning colour. I'm just like, and I almost put it on today, but it didn't quite go with my eye makeup, and it made me sad. But hey, I remembered the lipstick, I just forgot the face palette. So that's those. So yeah, a nice sort of wearable shade there, and then, well, wearable. And then a darker shade here. I think they're both very pretty. I think I'm going to be able to get some use out of both of them. Again, just as well, because these aren't cheap either. So yeah, it's those. Next, I picked this up. So it's the Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. I've heard some mixed things about this. I don't typically do cut creases. Quite frankly, they scare me. I've never sort of had the courage to give it a go. I don't know why. I'm enjoying playing with colours at the moment, so why not play with something different? But I don't always have time to redo my makeup, so if something goes terribly wrong, I would have to take it off and start again. And I just get the impression that with cut creases, if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go terribly wrong. And I might be wrong about that, but that's just the impression I get. So I'm a bit nervous, but I kind of want to give it a go at the same time. Now I've got this in the shade Halo, so it's the white one. There are other shades as well, but I'll be honest, I wasn't sure what I was doing, so I just picked up the white one and hoped for the best. But it comes with a little brush thing, which just freaks me out a little. I don't really like the look of that, especially how it's all frayed here. I'm probably not going to use that. The brush, I mean, the product I will use, but I might use my own. I might use a concealer brush to use to do that. We'll see. We'll see. So I haven't tried it yet. I'll let you know how it goes. Next we've got so masks of various types. So we've got an under eye mask. This is the Ginseng and Eucalyptus mask. We've got the watermelon sheet mask, which is brightening, and we've got a watermelon and citrus foot peel. So they're all from the brand OK. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I really like this brand. There's only been one mask I've had so far that I've not been overly keen on, but I think it just wasn't really for my skin type, so not really their fault. But every other mask I've tried from them I've really enjoyed using. I've actually used both of these before. I remember really enjoying the under eye mask. It did feel really cooling and refreshing. It just felt really nice to use. And the watermelon sheet mask I used up in the last couple of months. I've just talked about it in my empties video, so yeah, I've liked it. I've repurchased it. I'm going to enjoy using that. I already know that. Same with that. And then this, I've used foot peels before, and I've even used one from OK before, but I've never tried this particular sort of fragrance combination. I can't even remember what was it in the last one. I feel like there may have been cucumber in there somewhere. I'll pop a picture up so you can see. Yeah, this one's the watermelon and citrus one. It sounded really nice. I like a foot peel every now and then. If you're not into that, I totally understand. But I like sort of having that refresh every once in a while, so happy to try that. Next we've got these little samples. So these are from Feel Unique, from their sample service. So I got these for October. Feel Unique sample service. Once a month you can go onto Feel Unique, click onto their sample service and order 5 samples from their range. I think there's about 9 pages of things that you can choose from at the moment. Ranges from makeup, hair care, skin care, perfumes. There's all sorts and everything on there. There's some good brands on there. I mean, for instance, I've got Charlotte Tilbury, Nars, Marc Jacobs. There's usually Dermalogica. There's quite a lot of Dermalogica samples on there at the moment, or there was when I got these last week. So lots to choose from. There's usually at least 5 things that I want to try, if not more, but you can only order once a month. So because I've ordered at the end of October, I won't be able to order again until the end of November. But this is what I got. All you have to pay is the £3.95 for the postage packaging. However, they do send you a voucher for that £3.95 back so that you can redeem that against future purchases. It does say on the website that you can't use it against future sample service orders, but I have done. It's still letting me do it, so I'm literally getting these for free. So that's great. So I've got 2 Charlotte Tilbury samples here. I've got a Charlotte's Magic Cream and a Wonderglow. Yeah, a Wonderglow. Just little sachets, 15ml each. Oh, sorry, 1.5ml each. 15ml, 1.5ml each. I've got a sample of the Magic Cream already, but I've put it somewhere, I don't know where it is, and I really want to try it. So I saw this was on there, I thought I'll give this a go. I'm sure my other sample will turn up somewhere. I'm currently in the process of changing this whole room around. You might have noticed that the whole background changed, that's why. So yeah, gonna give that a go. And the Wonderglow as well just sounded interesting. So it's it says apply under foundation, over foundation, or on its own after Charlotte's Magic Cream. I'm going to give those a go. Hopefully they'll be nice. So I did get one of these in my last haul video. It's a Nars sample size, or mini deluxe mini. It's the Climax mascara. I really like this mascara, and I did say in the last video where I talked about this, that if this was still on Feel Unique's sample service, I would get another one. I got another one. I will probably continue to get them for as long as they are on Feel Unique's sample service. I really like them, and if I can get them for free, that's just a bonus. So that's that. And then I've got 2 perfume samples. I've got a Carolina Herera in Good Girl. It's just a little spray sample. I haven't actually sprayed it yet to see whether I like it, so we'll just... Oh, that's a good sprayer. Oh, oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, it's really... It's feminine, but it's like... I'm really rubbish at describing fragrances, so I apologise in advance. But the way I would describe that is feminine. It's like floral, but it's got like a sexy undertone to it. I know that probably doesn't make any sense at all, but oh, that is lovely. That's unfortunate because I know that's expensive. Of course I like it. That's nice. And then the other one is this Daisy Love from Marc Jacobs. I've tried a couple of Marc Jacobs fragrances, but they've both been the Decadence fragrances. One was the original and one was, I'm not sure what it was. It was a free sample I had in a box of Cohorted. I didn't like either of them. In fact, I've given them away. And I thought I'll give this one a go. If I like it, great. If I don't, I'm just going to steer clear of Marc Jacobs fragrances from now on. They're clearly just not for me, but let's just give it a go. So, oh gosh. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's not bad actually. It's very light and delicate, which I really like. Oh no, I was sort of hoping I wouldn't like that one as well. I don't know why I do this to myself. I constantly try things thinking it's expensive, maybe I won't like it, then I won't have to buy any more, and then I love it and I'm broke. Oh, that's really nice as well. I'm pleased and upset all at the same time. Oh no. Yeah. That's that. That's 2 perfumes I can add to my ever-growing wish list then. Great. My husband will be pleased. And the last thing that I've got, I've kind of left till last for a reason, because I knew I wanted to sort of bang on about it a bit. So I bought the Moonspell palette from Lunar Beauty, and I've got to be honest, when I saw the pictures of the shades inside, I wasn't really that bothered, but I wanted this. I really wanted this for the packaging, which is terrible, absolutely terrible, but look at it, just look at it, it's so pretty. Carries on onto the back, all that detailing carries on onto the back. I love books, so something like this just speaks to my soul. It just sort of slides out, and then the inner packaging looks like this, which again, it's just so pretty. The lock detailing on here is like raised. The detailing down here as well, like it looks like gold leaf on the top, and the lock design carries on round to the back. You've got this detailing on here as well. I'm so in love with this packaging, so in love. I've never tried anything from Lunar Beauty before. After this, I think I'm gonna have to try some more. Wasn't really that bothered about the shades, but the pictures online do not do this justice. So it opens up, it's got a gorgeous large mirror, which I'm going to try and keep out of the way, but you open it up and you've got, get rid of that, these. Now you can see a little bit from where I've used it that a couple of the shades sort of have a bit of a duochrome shift to them. This Phoebe shade here, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So it's got like lilac-y blue sort of glitter in it, so in the light it sort of shifts to that colour from pink to that lilac-y blue. Oh my god, it's beautiful. And when you put it on, the way the glitter sits, it just, I don't know why, but it just reminds me of fairies. It just makes me think of fairies. And for a while, and still, I have a thing about fairies. This whole aesthetic just speaks to my sort of teen years. Like I said, books, I love books, and witchcraft, wizardry, the occult, that was all something that I was really, really interested in sort of throughout my teen years and sort of still. So this whole aesthetic just kind of got me. It had to be done. So let's just talk a little bit about the shades. So you can open it up like a book and you can see that the shades are printed underneath so that you can read them. You don't have to have it on the side in order to read them. They're all named after witches in pop culture. So the first 4 shades are Prue, Piper, Phoebe and Paige. So they're all from Charmed. There's a few names in here that I'm sort of unfamiliar with, such as Fiona, Nancy and Marnie. But we've got Winifred, Sarah and Mary, and they're all from Hocus Pocus. You've got Sabrina the Teenage Witch, again a staple watch in our household for a while. Kiki, Kiki's Delivery Service, which is an anime thing. Samantha, who didn't want to be Samantha, who didn't want to be able to wiggle their nose and make things happen for them. Hermione from Harry Potter. Bonnie from Vampire Diaries. This whole thing just sings to me. So as soon as it was available on Beauty Bay, it was like, I really want it. And again, I sort of held off for a while because I was like, I'm literally just getting it for the packaging. That is ridiculous. But I just got to a point I couldn't hold out any longer and I had to get it. And I'm really, really glad I did. I've used it once so far, today in fact. First impressions, really, really good. So I'm just going to zoom you in a little bit. Now, not my best work and obviously my first attempt at doing anything with it, but it's just okay. So that's what I've got on today. Just give you a bit of a move around so you can see what's going on. So oops, bring that back out a bit. Too far. There we go. So I've used Bonnie in the crease. I've got Nancy on the outer corner. I've got Phoebe on the inner part of my eye. I've got Marnie underneath here. Paige underneath on here. Blended all that back out again with a bit of Bonnie, and then I've used Prue, a little tiny little bit of Prue on the inner corner. The only thing I have really noticed is that you do get some fallout with it. It's not the worst fallout I've ever seen, but the glittery shades, they do drop. Prue is the worst one out of the 2 that I've used today. So it sort of hints a little bit. As soon as I put it on the brush, I could see it was just going to drop. So you've got to be a little bit careful with it. I would imagine that if you used a glitter glow, that they would stick a lot better, and they'd probably be more effective as well. But I'm really happy with the way it applied. It just went on really well. I've seen a review, I can't remember who it was. Somebody said this Nancy shade was a bit problematic for them. It was a bit patchy and troublesome. I didn't find that at all. I really enjoyed using that shade. It's such a pretty colour. And I'm really excited to get into some more of these pinky purpley shades. Bonnie looks lime green in the pan, but actually comes off more yellow with a lime green undertone. So that was a bit of a surprise, but not terrible. I can work with that. And the only one that when I swatched them all for Instagram. Took a terrible photo of it. I kind of got a 2, almost 3-year-old vying for my attention. But when I swatched them, the only one that really made me worry was Kiki. It was bad. I'd struggle to get it to go on sort of anything but patchy. I haven't used it on the eyes yet, so it might work differently on the eyes, and that's generally the case with matte shades anyway. They swatch terribly, work brilliantly on the eyes, so we'll see. But so far, first impressions, shadows seem to be okay. I'll keep playing with them. I'm excited to play with them. Packaging, I'm happy even if the shadows don't work. And I know that's a terrible thing to say, very shallow, and I don't care. I don't care. It's beautiful. I'm in love with it. This will sit on display long after the shadows are dead. So that's that. So that is everything then, guys. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will leave a list of all the things I've talked about today in the description box down below, so check that out if you wish. If you've got any thoughts or suggestions about how I can use anything that I've talked about today, then drop a comment down below as well, and I will see you all in another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.